Okay. I had to get some stuff situated so we can do this. All right. Hope I can hear me. This picture was not supposed to be the picture that was up. So my apologies. All right. Raw was in San Antonio today. San Antonio, Texas, as they call it. And so we're going to start off with what they started off with in San Antonio, which was Brock Lesnar. Cowboy Brock showed up on Monday Night Raw today. And of course, he was Brock Lesnar. Is the only way to explain it. He came out there, started cutting his promo. Of course, a lot of people were, excited to see Brock. There are a lot of big Brock Lesnar fans out there. I'm not finna shit on nobody. Y'all love him. Brock Lesnar makes my ass itch, so I have no love lost for him. I could take him or leave him as far as I'm concerned, but he was, I'll admit, was very entertaining, and he has been since he's taken on this new moniker of Cowboy Brock. Um, he was funny, he was charismatic, he's got a lot of pizzazz and charisma. So was ass. So it's fun to watch him. Is the best way to explain it. Hello to Hiram. Hello to Morovich. Hello, Sasha. How are you? I tried to go live on Instagram and nobody came in the live, so I switched back over to YouTube. It seems like YouTube is my sweet spot for now, and that's where I'm going to stay for these types of things. I'll do my commentary on Instagram and do my live show on YouTube. Seems like that's what y'all like, so that's what I'm going to stick with. Anyways, Brock Shaw kicked off the show, like I said. We had a lot going on. Paul Heyman came out there and decided he wanted to try to shut Brock down. And then Austin Theory came out there yakking at the mouth, talking a lot of shit, sent out Alpha Academy to get some of that, soften Brock Lesnar up a little bit before SummerSlam. And that didn't work out in his favor because, baby, that lima bean ended up being put through a table. Feet was kicking like he was a little rich and stuff. I said, oh, God. Oh, God, we thank you, child. He was dead in the water. Okay? It was no games. He was not playing any games, okay? They took him out, baby. I hope y'all can hear me. I hope y'all can hear me. Anyways, they took him out and he was laid out for the rest of the night. They moved on to bigger and better things, or at least some people think it's bigger and better. The Judgment Day went up against Rey Mysterio. Well, it was Finn Balor of Judgment Day going up against Rey Mysterio. And Judgment Day had a proposition for Dominic, to which it looked like he was attempting to take. Okay? Let me turn this fan off right quick. Because I feel like that might be in the background playing. All right. Let me get some of y'all commenting. Oh, y'all can hear me? Good. I just want to make sure y'all can hear me because I don't have my headset on and it makes it difficult for me to hear if y'all can hear me or not. Hello, Kayla. Kayla was the only one that came in my live besides two other people. Hiram came in there and somebody else came in there when I was on Instagram. I don't appreciate that shit. Okay, I'm telling you right now, I feel disrespected. Okay, that's how I feel. I feel disrespected. Okay, because I was live for at least 5 minutes and nobody came in there but Kayla, Hiram, and somebody else. And I was like, oh no, man, I'm leaving. I was leaving. Anyways, hi Nika, how are you? Okay, so this little group here had their moment. Balor decided to call Rey Mysterio a bad father, and then these two were, pretty much don't start. These two were putting on their best recruitment speech, honey. They was like, listen, we had to get rid of the dead weight that was Edge in our group. And now we got room to make room for new people. Okay? And it was like, listen, Dom, you got to stop dragging your daddy around with you. Okay? Your daddy is just going to tear you up. Okay? He's not going to take you to the pinnacle. All right? He's not going to get you where you need to be. If you join Judgment Day, you can learn from some of the best and become at the top of the mountain and become one of the best wrestlers in the world. But you got to embrace your dark side and you got to let this old part go. Okay? Obviously, Dom was listening. It looked like Dom was kind of reading into what they were saying a little bit. And after they beat his daddy, They continue to browbeat it in like, look, you could be like us. You could be winning matches. Instead you got to pick your raggedy ass daddy up and take him home. Child, I don't know what they're going to do. But in 2 weeks, Rey Mysterio celebrates 20 years in the WWE at Madison Square Garden. So congratulations to Rey for his 20 years in the WWE. It's well earned and well deserved. And that's all when it comes to that. Okay. Now, Becca decided to get up on the table. Her jacket was cute. Okay. I like that jacket. That jacket was absolutely fire. Okay. But Miss Ma'ams decided she wanted to get up on the table and cut a promo because she mad. Okay. She is very, very upset that she is overlooked. And Carmella gets a rematch and she doesn't. Oh my God. Oh my God. The shame. All the hard work. Everything that she's done. Baby, listen. Listen, little Red Riding Hood. Okay. You be Oscar, okay? But that puts you in line to go up against a champion, not be the one to go up against a champion. There's a difference. So it ain't like you don't have an opportunity. You just want your opportunity right now. But see, here's the thing. If your name is Big Time Bitch, your ass should have been demanding to have the match at SummerSlam, not worried about no little picking any fucking match on fucking Monday Night Raw, okay? This is how you know you special as hell, okay? You're a little touched, and not in a good way. Touch me, Lord Jesus. You ain't like that, okay? You touch like, maybe it's a few screws loose. Maybe they never was screwed in. Or maybe you never had them, bitch, because it's just not clicking. It's just not clicking here, okay? And it could be. But your ass is so eager to get back at the top of the mountain. I'll do whatever it takes. Like, girl, first of all, woosah. Okay. Second, relax. Relax. You got plenty of time to get back to the top of the mountain. Just not while Bianca is champion. Okay. Just not while she's champion. Because I won't have it. I will not have it. Okay. Will not. Now, like I said, Bianca and Miss Fake Staten Island over here was scheduled to be in a match this Monday, which happens for the Raw Women's Championship. Not gonna lie or shit on Carmella's performance. She did very well in this match. A lot of people sleep on Carmella, including myself. What I've come to realize about her is that she is one of those type of wrestlers who is very unassuming, but she's a thinking wrestler. And she can stand the test of time in a match. Longevity in time is her friend, even though she doesn't have the skill set to capitalize on the longevity and time she takes. She still has the ability to make it look worthwhile when you watch the match. So it's not just a good old squash match for her and Bianca. It was a back and forth match that could have went in either way. But like I said, old Becky can't sit still for 5 minutes. I feel like she on coke. Because the heifer can't sit still. And every time she talks, she be jittering and shit. I'm like, girl, you got the shakes. You might want to go have several seats. Just sit down and stop drinking the coffee and snorting the coke. Okay, stop doing that. All right. Becky interfered in the match and cost Bianca the win, but it was by countout. Now, if y'all don't know the rules, let me help you out. In a regular match, you win by pinfall or submission. Right? With all that being said, you cannot win by disqualification unless the stipulation is added that a championship title can change hands via disqualification. That was not on this match. This was a regular, traditional SmackDown and drag match. So that means Carmella was not your Raw Women's Champion tonight. It just means that she beat Bianca via disqualification thanks to Becca and her raggedy ass perm that she been rocking for the last couple of weeks. Okay? Now, I don't know why she thought that she's going to be champion because she beat Bianca in this fashion. I don't understand it. I'm like, Carmella, girl, you've been in the WWE long enough to know how the rules work and what kind of match you're in. You were not in a special stipulation match, sis. You were in a regular match with Bianca Belair, which means if it was a disqualification or count out, Your ass does not become champion if you win. That's not how it works. Sorry. That's why I was in my video like, go on over there and hug on Corey and kiss on Corey, because that's about as close to the championship as your ass is gonna get, which was holding it. And after that, you ate that damn KOD for your troubles, which is what you rightfully deserved, in my opinion, especially after your behavior at Money in the Bank. You lost fair and square, boo boo. It wasn't like the woman cheated, and then you attacked her from behind. So they gave you a rematch for the title, and you still couldn't get the job done, even when Becky helped and attempted to help multiple times. Mm-hmm. Get your pasty ass out of here. I'm tired of looking at her. I'm tired of looking at her. Let me go to some of y'all comments. Okay, Morvish said, damn, didn't know you were back on IG. I was waiting here an hour earlier. Child. What? Not raggedy. I'm so sorry, Tip. I wasn't on Instagram at the time when you went live. Becky coming out looking like she's leading the church worship team. Not the church worship team. Now, who would have said that? That was you, Don. I don't have no issues admitting that, baby. See, well, that one thing about me is I can admit when I'm wrong. But see, here's the thing. You were saying that Carmella was capable in terms of holding her own in a match. And that's not what I mean. Carmella is the type of wrestler who's going to think her way out of it. Cheating, it's gonna be light shit. It's not gonna be nothing that's worthwhile watching. But Carmella's not gonna put on a 5-star match. That's not what you're gonna get from her. That's not what you got from her today. What you got was quality. It was something good to watch. I'm not gonna shade it, and I'm not gonna lie. You did say that she can put on a decent match. Not gonna lie about that either. That's what you said. However, I still don't believe that Carmella is the type of woman that should be at the top of the WWE. Furthermore, I feel like they could have went to someone else to give Bianca a good run for her money. Now, more than likely, you're gonna see Carmella, Bianca, and Becky fighting, and it's gonna be a big to-do. And it don't need to even go there. But if you need the confirmation to make you feel better, you were right. There you go. Rhea Ripley is still on concussion protocol. If she wasn't on concussion protocol, I'm pretty sure Rhea Ripley would be the one to compete against Bianca at SummerSlam. And I'm pretty sure you know this, seeing as how every time I do my lives or do a show on either platform, you're the main one coming in with most of the information. So you should have known that Rhea Ripley is injured and she is not going to just be put in a match with Bianca without being cleared first. That is why she didn't have the match at Money in the Bank, and that's more than likely why you haven't seen her in the past couple of weeks. So when she wins at SummerSlam, which I'm assuming that she will, more than likely Bianca will retain at SummerSlam. When she does, hopefully Rhea will be cleared by then, and then they can start the feud between the two of them. But it's all up to them. So let's move on to the next part of Monday Night Raw. So we got some filler matches in between there. We had Asuka and Bliss going up against Piper and Nikki Ash. It was an okay match. I didn't really watch most of it. I can admit that. But it was there. They did have it. It was a lot of tag team matches on this particular Monday Night Raw for some kind of reason. They had 6-man tag team. Then they had a regular tag team match at the end. Tag team for the women. It was a lot of tag team action going on Monday Night Raw today. Now the Miz had his Miz TV show with Ciampa, and essentially it was all to play up his feud with Logan Paul. Now Logan Paul did send a message to the Miz and tell him straight up, Listen, I'm not apologizing for shit. I'm when I see you, it's on sight. Basically, what he was saying. The Miz told him to retract his statement, and he'll bring him back into the fold, and they can go after the tag team titles together because he was trying to teach him a lesson. He just got to learn the ropes of the WWE. If you don't want to take his offer, he'll find somebody else who will. And he's like, I don't have to look too far to do that, which he was looking at Ciampa. So I pairing between Miz and Ciampa, for my opinion, it's just not something that I want to see, or nor do I care to watch. With all that being said, AJ Styles came out there and pretty much was talking about Miz's tiny balls. And was a little upset. Miz was a little testy. Him and his balls was a little testy. So this ultimately moved into Ezekiel coming out there. The match was supposed to be a 2-on-1 handicap match. It ended up turning into a tag team match with Ezekiel and AJ Styles versus Miz and Ciampa. Now, I can freely admit I wasn't really vested in this match too much, so I don't know who won. But they had the match, and that's pretty much as good as you're going to get with me when it comes to this, because I'm not really interested in it. The Usos and the Street Profits are still going back and forth. And of course, the Street Profits made it very well known that they are not backing down on the fact that they are owed another opportunity at those undisputed tag team titles. They felt like the Usos basically lifted up their shoulder, lifted up Montez's shoulder, which he did. And it was concealed. The referee could not see that that's what was happening. His shoulder was off the mat, therefore the ref should have stopped counting. But because he didn't see it, it went through, and the Usos retained. Now we're back at square one, and the Usos and the Street Profits are going back at it again. So this week, they had the Usos and Street Profits on the show. They're going back and forth, bar for bar, and well, R-Truth's music hits, and he comes out and says he is a certified ref for the WWE. Now, at first, he said he was a certified team counselor. Then he pulled out another slip where he was a certified ref. By the way, I'm gonna get that R-Truth shirt. This green one, babe. I'm gonna get this shirt. That shirt is cute. And I fucks with R-Truth, so I'm gonna support. But anyway, so of course the Street Profits was down with it. Let them be the ref. Cool. Originally the match was supposed to be, I think it was supposed to be Jay Uso versus Dawkins. It turned into the Street Profits and R-Truth versus Omos and the Usos. I'm be honest, once again, I did not watch this match all the way through either because I don't really care for Omos, and I just didn't want to watch it. So I just didn't care. Styles and Ezekiel won by DQ when Ciampa attacked Styles due to the fact that Ciampa wasn't the legal competitor. Got it. Corey in the background telling everyone it's going to be a new Raw champion tonight. Lie detector test determined that was a lie. Ma'am. Corey was really big up in Carmella today. I was like, child, at this point, y'all might as well just do a live sex show like Edge and Lita did, because I'm just tired of hearing it. I'm just tired of hearing it. But anyways, so we had the match between these two teams. It did go off without a hitch, but again, I didn't watch the match, so I have no idea who won it and who didn't. And I really don't have any care about that. Now, the final match of the night was Riddle and Bobby Lashley versus Theory and Seth freaking Rollins. Okay, they ran a lot of promos for Liv as well. Liv got like 2 or 3 promos and stuff. R-Truth is a comedy legend. Bro went for being a certified wedding officiant to being a certified divorce therapist, now a ref, pretty much. All right, now Riddle and Lashley went up against Theory and Rollins. And for the most part, this match was really, really good. I'm still uploading my clips to Instagram for it, but it was really, really good. I loved this match a lot. And 3 of the competitors in here, I really don't have a care for. But performance-wise, they did pretty good. Omos and the Usos won due to the fact of Omos was running roughshod the entire match. I could have lived without knowing that, but I appreciate you telling me that, Kayla. I mean, at this point, Omos was not necessary, but whatever. Any hoosies. In this match, this was the best match of the night, in my opinion. I love this match. Riddle and Rollins have very good chemistry with each other. And so does Bobby in the ring with Rollins. Rollins pretty much has good chemistry with anybody. Um, Theory oversells a lot, but it made it fun and interesting to watch. Overall, I like the match. I love the match. It ended. The interesting thing about this match was Dolph Ziggler coming out there. Now, me personally, I was just trying to understand what I was seeing. I wanted to understand why Ziggler was out there in the first place. And he pretty much ended up figuring out a way to let us know why he was out there. Dolph Ziggler sat out there pretty much the remainder of the match. And the whole match, he was pretty much out there. And as soon as Theory tried to cheat, Dolph Ziggler pushed his feet off the ropes. And then he super kicked him in the ring when the match was over. While Seth Rollins was pretty much laid out by Bobby Lashley, he took a mean spear into the barricade and was laid out. All right. Ziggler came in there and super kicked the fuck out of Theory. Now, I don't know what's going on here with Dolph Ziggler, but it seems like a character change is in play. If he's in a character change, I want to see where it goes. Dolph Ziggler's been a heel for quite some time. But also, Bobby Roode wasn't with him. And I just thought that was odd because Roode is usually on his coattails somewhere. So it was a very interesting night, to say the least. With all that being said, we did get to see some more videos from this new competitor, as people are saying, who is supposedly coming back or coming to Monday Night Raw soon. Now we got the destroyed John Cena cap that we saw in the video. We have, let me see if I had the other clip. The RKO shirt that's pseudo destroyed. And there was another one that I'm missing. Hold, please. Let me see if I can find the other one that I'm missing. I shall return. Thank y'all so much for coming and being part of my show. Please. Child, I ain't ending the show. Hold on, child.
Damn right we take turns being wrong. I get real accountable when I'm alone. I get real about it all when I'm alone. It's so crazy missing you when I get on. Julio made me Fulvio, and I might hit your phone up with that bye. Listen, my da. Listen, that all of this love is toxic. All of this love is toxic. All these kisses and hugs and toxic. You a damn drug. Toxic. If you don't wanna see me, if you don't wanna see me.
All right, y'all. So the last picture was this burning flannel that was in the video. We saw a little bit more of the person. They were dressed in all black, it seems, with the collar all the way up. But the haircut and everything kind of gave me the idea that a lot of people who guessed that it was Edge, more than likely it is Edge, okay? Everything that is in this video that is shown with intention. The John Cena hat should give it away. If it doesn't, then this RKO t-shirt should definitely give it away. However, y'all give me y'all best guess as to who y'all think it is. I'm going to stick with Edge. It is not Bray Wyatt as much as people want it to be. It is not him, okay? Bray Wyatt, you took the controller and stuff?
Yeah, I got it.
I don't think Bray Wyatt is coming back in that fashion right now. If he does come back, I think Bray Wyatt might be starting his own brand, which is where Wyatt 6 is coming from. Anything else is outside of my scope. I'm gonna stick to the fact that this that this is Edge, 100% Edge. She said, I'm dead. Tiff was like, I'm not ending the show because the wrong clip played. I'm like, girl, this is not the end of the show. Like, stop. Anyways, so that was all of Monday Night Raw, but we got some new matches set for SummerSlam. All right, so we know for sure that Ronda Rousey is going up against Liv Morgan at SummerSlam. This is going to be Saturday, July 30th. It's at the end of the month. That is when SummerSlam is supposed to air. All right, so Liv Morgan will have her first big title defense at one of the big four at SummerSlam. This is going to be in Nashville. They're going to be in Nashville, right? I think so. It's going to be in Nashville, Tennessee. The Street Profits are getting their rematch. This match has been advertised for the last since Friday, actually. So the Street Profits are going to get their rematch against the Usos for the undisputed tag team championships. This is happening. Red alert. And of course, another match that has been set in stone is Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns in a last man standing match. There is also another match that has been set, which is going to be a rematch for Austin Theory and Bobby Lashley for the United States Championship. So that match has also been set in stone. I just don't have the infographic for that. So SummerSlam is shaping up. We still don't have a opponent set up for Bianca Belair yet. Gunther still doesn't have a match yet, and there are other slots to fill in terms of just non-red title matches. Period. And those tag team titles for the women are completely out of commission as of right now. So that was Monday Night Raw. It was a pretty simple show, but it was fun. It was interesting. I liked it. I enjoyed it. It was a very good show to watch. Okay. Now tomorrow, Roxanne is going to take on Mandy for her women's championship, her NXT women's championship. I'm sure Jordan Devlin, which is JD McDonough, is going to pop up on NXT and talk his shit for taking out Braun Breaker last week. Also, you're probably gonna get a big word from Trick with his non-wrestling ass about beating Wesley last week. So a lot's probably gonna be going on, and you're gonna get some matches with Giovanni versus Apollo Crews, and Solo is supposed to go up against that Neanderthal. What the fuck is his name? You know his name, babe? That fucking caveman looking bitch. Oh. Mm-hmm. I do not. I can't think of his name. It's on the tip of my tongue, and I'm probably gonna know it as soon as somebody say it. I'm probably gonna know it. Did a full 180. I feel like Natty is getting added to the SmackDown Women's Championship match. Okay, we'll feel like that. Thank you, Kayla. It's Von Wagner. Von Wagner's supposed to go up against Solo this coming Tuesday on NXT 2.0. Also, what's been advertised for Friday is for Natalya to go up against Liv Morgan in a championship contenders match, and Austin Theory has been advertised to go up against Madcap Moss for just a match. I'm pretty sure there'll also be a run back of Sheamus and Drew McIntyre, seeing as how what happened this past Friday didn't go off without a hitch. Mm-hmm. And there is your wrestling review for the week. And we got one more. Logan Paul is supposed to be showing up on Monday Night Raw next week. I do not know exactly where they will be, but he's supposed to be there. If you care, he will be there. All right. Any questions, concerns, anything you want me to answer? No? Great. Are we all good? Amazing. Finally got the show down in 30 minutes. Beautiful. Now, we got some things we got to cover outside of le wrestling. Okay? Well, it is wrestling. Related. Wesley deserves a rematch against that sore loser Trick. True. They be in my hometown, Tampa Bay. Oh, they'll be in Tampa Bay next week. Okay, that's probably why he going, because they gonna be in Florida. But anyway, now if you haven't been on Twitter, the girls were fighting earlier today. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with Carmella and everybody else, but they were fighting, honey. Okay. So apparently, one of the girls from Jersey Shore was not happy with Carmella using one of her sayings. So she says, her name is Angelina Marie. And Angelina Marie says, hey, at Carmella WWE, you're using my line, WTF. So you're from Staten and you're using hello? Weird. Hashtag come up with your own shit. I don't understand why she believes that she's the first person to say this, but she she's sorely mistaken. But anyway, Carmella came back with the meme of Mariah Carey saying, I don't know her. Angelina Marie then claps back and was like, real hood and on some shade, honey. She said, bitch, please. You know exactly who I am, and your whole gimmick is based off of me and Staten Island. At WWE, at Carmella WWE, please take several seats. Get your own shit and cut the crap already. We spoke years ago when you first started with WWE. Bye. Oh, okay. And Carmella responded and say, hey, at Jenny Wow, at Snooki, come get your girl. Now, my good friend Tears told me that Kayla got involved in this. I didn't see what she said, but child, it was a whole lot of. By the way, who is Angelina? I seen her and Carmella at each other, and I'm like, child, I'm telling you who she is. She is on Jersey Shore. Apparently, she was on the first season. She was in a couple episodes, but she got fired from the job she was supposed to be at, so they cut her out the show. She then popped up on a couple seasons after that in like one or two episodes, and then she is now on the reboot of Jersey Shore as a permanent cast member. This whole thing was real ignorant in my opinion, but I thought it could be something cute that could turn into a little feud that you could possibly get to take up a slot at WrestleMania. However, she might be serious, and if she's serious, then she's out of her mind. She's not the first and only person to use hello. Like a lot of people say that. That's a common saying across the board. She wasn't the first person on television to say it, and she won't be the last. Now Carmella ripping her gimmick. Okay, Hiram, that's cool. Now Carmella was built from Staten Island when she first got there. And if I recall, she was paired with Enzo and Big Cass at that time. And she kind of did take her character from the Staten Island girls. I mean, people draw inspirations from others all the time. I don't see how it's stealing from you when you're not the only person who does it. It ain't like, she's ripping off your culture, both y'all white. So you're good, sis. I'm just saying. Um, unless you patent it and that's your shit, cause like who patented something that they said all the time? And I was like, that was some smart shit.
Didn't what's the name patent something they say all the time? Paris and the old girl.
Well, that's hot. No, it wasn't Paris and them. It was somebody else. I can't think of the name of them, but somebody like a rapper or something had patented something that they was talking about. I appreciate that. Okay, Kayla said this make me laugh out loud because it's always so clear when people from outside our world try to leech on to the popularity and fame of our superstars, hoping to get a reaction to boost their name. Carmella is queen. Don't come for her. Good luck, though. Kayla, girl, I love you, but Angelina is a reality star and she's verified on Twitter. She doesn't have to leech on to Carmella to gain any fame. If anything, Both of them was being petty and childish. Carmella could have just ignored the girl and not even given her any play at all, but she chose to egg and poke the bear. So she's the one who fell for the bait. It's your girl fault, your queen, as you call her, fault. And I'm gonna say something else. I really feel like the word queen is thrown around too much. It's not a moniker that should be given to everybody. So relax on the queen shit, bro. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, somebody else came along and said this coming from someone who became a WWE broadcaster but never watched wrestling when she grew up. Very funny, actually. Mm, I disagree with that statement too. I don't have to be in the world of wrestling in order to be a broadcaster for WWE. She's not calling the matches on the show. And even if she was, she doesn't have to be a diehard fan to be a part of the company. That's like saying, I don't know how to work with computers, so I can't work for IBM. There's other positions you can hold in IBM that aren't all about programming a computer. Your ignorance is showing, bro. Anyway, I don't have the tweets to put in here, so I'm not gonna put them in here. But essentially, the girl Angelina Marie says, "Laughing out loud, thank you. My thoughts exactly. See fans, see everything." Girl, he was checking Kayla, but he wasn't on your side. He wasn't. She said, "Okay, delusional. Have a blessed day, love." She said, "Oh, just kidding. Reading all Bruno's tweets to my followers about how much he supports my work, but then saw his tweet to you about me being a hypocrite. I guess you two are both proud members of Team Clout Chaser. That okay, that's enough for today. Happy Saturday." Y'all really gave this girl all the clout she was looking for. The idiocy of you saying she's a clout chaser, but continuing to have the conversation with her is baffling. Sometimes it's best to just sit there and eat your food. She was not talking to you, first of all. The conversation was between her and Carmella. It was Carmella's job to engage or to not. She chose to engage. Me personally, I would have left her ass in the dust that she kept trying to pay. I don't understand why you felt the need to come in to Carmella's rescue like she is some dead pigeon that needs to be rescued. Carmella's a grown woman. She can talk for herself. She didn't need you to come in and say anything. But I find it very interesting that a lot of y'all will go on Twitter and talk all this shit when it be just petty, nothing to do with anybody's type of bullshit. And then when it be real shit, like Naomi getting attacked over Jimmy, or you see Bianca getting attacked because she's African American and at the top of the mountain, the relentlessness of the attacks on the black girls, and I see everybody be silent. Nobody got shit to say except for Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler be advocating for fucking Naomi all day, every day. He be the only one. He be the only one that be on Twitter. Him, Corbin, and I don't even fucking like Corbin, but Corbin goes to bat for her every fucking time. And it be a couple other people. Bailey, Sasha, everybody else, mom's the word. Nobody got nothing to say. But y'all on the internet arguing over somebody's gimmick. Are you fucking kidding me? Girl, go sit down. Go sit down. Yes, Ali too. Bliss pet died, and all of a sudden, everybody on her. Oh, we gotta protect the pig. The pig dead. It's dead. It's dead. Ain't nobody asked Kayla nothing. I don't understand why she had to come in and say anything. Carmella is queen, bitch. She your queen. She's your queen. I just told y'all gotta stop throwing that word around. That is a very high praise for a person. And to be called a queen, it means something. Now, I don't know what it is about this generation and using words like queen and oh, you my hero, my role model. That's a lot. That's a lot to put on one person. That's a lot of responsibility that some people don't deserve. Not everybody's a queen. Sorry. I am so sorry to tell you, but it's just the truth. Okay. 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 That's just where we're going to go with it. That's where we're going to stay. All right. You raggedy bitch. We ain't got time. We do not have time. Now, I got 10 minutes. And I'm going to let y'all ask whatever y'all want to ask. I will answer it, or I'll talk about whatever y'all want to talk about. Let's go. Because some of y'all be waiting till I get into something and then y'all talk. And I be like, I'm trying to do this. So let's just get into it now while we still got the opportunity. I think they're not using the term queen as a hot potato like Queen Cheryl, that one couple on TikTok. I don't care what they're using it like, they shouldn't be. Like, it's not a generalized term for everybody. Everybody should not be labeled as a queen. I don't care what nobody says. Girl, look at this.
The hell? Stupid motherfuckers like him make me look bad.
My people, my people.
Because I know the damn difference. And this idiot.
Anyways. Hello, Kalia. How are you? She said, was Raw okay in general today? It was. Who do you think should take Jade title? Chris, Athena, or somebody else? Well, because I'm not particularly familiar with AEW, I'm just going to go off the cuff of what I know about each wrestler and what I think should happen. I do not think Athena should be the one to take the title off of Jade. And that is outside of my bias. That's just me being real. It is unfair to the girls in the back for you to bring Athena in and then give her the championship when you have viable contenders on your roster who could have gone up against Jade, given her a run for her money, and actually allowed them to drop that title to one of the girls, Chris Statlander being one of them. I feel like out of all of them, Chris Statlander is probably one of your best female superstars or superstars in general. Wrestling wise, character wise, she's fairly solid. Jade grew into her character and where she is. So as far as I'm concerned, Chris Statlander is the girl that I would pick to give that title to. Even after like she had her injury, she came back and was just like she had never left. So as far as I'm concerned, she's the girl. Athena got to wait in line like the rest of the bitches. Okay, if they decide to give it to Athena, then you understand what time it is. Then you see what the game is. If I was gonna give it to a girl who came from WWE and was coming in to AEW, Ruby would be my girl. Not Tony, not Athena. Ruby would be my girl. Period. But Chris Statlander to me is the most viable and the one who's going to give you a good match with Jade, and she's definitely going to be the girl that should be the girl to take the title off of Jade. But knowing AEW, they probably going to do some penny ante shit and give that title to Britt Baker and then let Jade go after Thunder Rosa for that championship. Ooh, I could just fucking feel it. Do you like Megan Trainor? Of course. I like Megan Trainor. I haven't listened to a lot of her music as of lately. But I like Megan Trainor. Chris is long overdue. Hey, Aaliyah. I'm all right. T minus 4 days until the second best day of the year. I'm assuming that that's your birthday. So if I forget, happy birthday. Gotta stand in line, sweetie. I thought she faced Chris already. I told you, I have no idea what's going on in AEW whatsoever. I have no idea about the roster, the rankings, the matches, none of that, because I don't watch it enough to understand it. So for me, I'm just going off of the question and the people that I know are there. Any more questions? Excuse me. Do we got any more questions? Oh, she never fought Chris. Interesting. They got two bachelorettes on the back. It's the bachelorette got two women on it.
Lord.
They ain't done with the bachelorette or the bachelor yet. I'd rather they be finished with it. Any whoosies. Um. Yep. Thank you in advance. The best day of the year is tied between Saint Tears' Day and Kenny's Day. You was not about to tie your birthday with theirs. Your birthday is the number one day of the year for you, and that's the way it should be. Because the damn show the number one day of the year for mine. Okay. Anything else is irrelevant. You do you, baby. Oh shit! I uploaded these videos to the wrong. Damn. 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 Anyway, straight up uploaded it to the wrong thing. Anyways, y'all. So let me see what else we got in wrestling news that I want to talk about. Let me pull it up. There was something about Liv Morgan. Okay. So on a live house show, Liv Morgan had a finisher, and the tagline on Sportskeeda says WWE superstar no sells Liv Morgan's finisher, immediately leaves the ring. Natalya seemed genuinely upset with Liv during the last WWE event in Sacramento. Morgan won the championship match at Money in the Bank after the cashing in her contract on Ronda. The latter defeated Natalya mere seconds before Morgan cashed in her briefcase. The three women competed in a triple threat match for the title at a WWE live event on July 9th, where Morgan pinned Natalya after she hit her finisher to retain the gold. Immediately after the match, Natalya got up and pointed at Morgan before leaving the ring. It looks like Natalya got upset with Liv Morgan at a house show in Sacramento. She popped back up after the finish and said something to her before leaving. Well, she did no sell it. It says last year, Natalya chatted to Talk Sport. Do you think Bayley is coming back after SummerSlam? I mean, it's possible. I don't see why she wouldn't, but it's totally up to Bayley. As long as she's 100% healed and ready to go, I'm just gonna wait and see when she comes back. I think WWE should pick their battles wisely. And for Bayley, Bayley's a massive name and a huge commodity, so I would use her very, very well. Um, it's gonna be an interesting day to see when Bayley comes back. If she comes back after SummerSlam, I won't be mad about it. If she comes back during SummerSlam, I think that'd be cool. It'd be kind of like what happened with Roman when he returned. And I'm just excited to see Bayley come back. Natty says she said thank you. I don't know about that, Hiram. I don't know about that. That didn't look like she was, you know, saying thank you, I appreciate that. Like that didn't look like that. Not at all, sir. Let me see. Did I throw it away? Oh, thank God. Okay. So anyway, I watched that video. I'm dying how she literally got back up like nothing happened. She sold it for the finish and then she popped back up afterwards and just kind of like pointed and scolded her and then walked out the ring like she was mad. You're supposed to sell it as if, you obviously are injured. But they was talking about her on Twitter, going at her neck, honey. Cause she no sailed. And according to Hiram, she said thank you. Right. I'm sure that's what she said, babe. I don't believe her. Like Natalia be on some bullshit and everybody wanna say, oh well, I've seen Natalia. She's consistently one of the nicest people in the world. She's also one of the shadiest people that I've seen. Okay. She be throwing some major shade and be talking mad shit, bro. You be like, girl, have several seats. You, your titties, and your mouth have several seats. Is Kenny still doing her weekly recaps? I would never forget how she referenced Aaliyah as a salamander. I only ask Kenny to do the recaps when I can't watch NXT myself. And no, she hasn't been doing them as of lately because I haven't asked her to. So if you want Kenny to continue doing the recaps and I read them, I can always ask her. But it's up to her as to what she wants to do in terms of the recaps. Anyways, do we have any more questions? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to put that up. Do we have any more questions or are we good? Because if we're good, I'm going to go. Okay. Let me see if I have any more wrestling news to talk about. Can we talk about Naomi might be returning to the ring soon? Well, I mean, it looks like Lindsay Dorado invited her to, do some luchador shit. And apparently she said ASAP. So she's ready to go. I'm cool with that. If Naomi's gonna and she's happy with doing that and she doesn't want to wrestle in WWE no more, I'm totally okay with that. I just want her to be happy, honestly. I genuinely just want her to be happy. Leah said she got nothing. Are we doing a relationship Q&A this weekend? Excuse me. Of course, I will do it this weekend. I just got to pull the 6 brown chicks questions and we can talk about them. So Jordan Grace was in trouble this week because she talked about Chris Benoit. A lot of people was bringing him up for whatever reason. I don't really know why. But on Twitter, she essentially said that Chris Benoit couldn't hang with the wrestlers of today, that he wasn't really that good. And it just it snowballed from there into the situation of people attacking her for her opinion on Chris Benoit. And it was more focused on the fact that he murdered his wife and young son at the time. And of course, people were not happy. Jericho, Chavo, Vicky Guerrero, a lot of people were not happy with her depiction of Jordan Grace. I remember Chavo on Twitter said he lost some respect for her and all that good stuff. Well, she issued an apology this week. It came out and sis essentially said in said apology, let me see if I can get it. She said, last week, I made an irresponsible and unnecessary tweet. Regardless of how many personal feelings influenced my opinion, I should have recognized the impact of my words would have on my friends and family close to the situation. I was completely thoughtless in that regard. Since reflecting this past week, I've reached out privately to friends and family that I angered or hurt. Among those was David Benoit, Chavo Guerrero, and Chris Jericho, who are supporting me in the decision to partner and fundraise with the Concussion Legacy Foundation formerly Sports Legacy Institute. I have pledged $5,000 with the overall campaign goal being 20 grand. I am acutely aware that the damage has been done. I would never intentionally add on to the suffering of those already dealing with such a traumatic event, and I'm sorry for my insensitivity in aggravating this already delicate topic. This is my way of attempting to squeeze something positive out of the negative situation I created. Thank you in advance to everyone who donates. Patricia. Patricia is obviously Jordan Grace's real name. That's all well and good. I don't have a problem with you dedicating, donating to the CTE Institute, and helping them to. Well, I'm sorry, let me not misquote. Donating to the Concussion Legacy Foundation. Okay. We all know that Chris Benoit suffered from CTE, and he was in the most extreme form of it. And after Eddie Guerrero died, it exacerbated his mental health, and it was on a downward spiral to cause him to commit some of the most heinous acts in history. For him to murder his wife the way that he did and his son, people are obviously who have known him and been around him are coming to his defense and saying that he may have committed these crimes, but this was not him. To which I can understand. But at the same time, he did murder his family. You cannot negate what he did and everything that he did leading up to that point with the abuse on his wife, the constant abuse. It was more than just the CTE situation and the murder. It was a combination of everything. And while I understand that he's a good friend of a lot of wrestlers, and some people admired his work and what he did and his wrestling capability, that wrestling capability is ultimately what killed him. And that's something that a lot of people have to start understanding and being a little bit more focused on, rather than focusing on glorifying who Chris Benoit was. You need to understand that what he became was because of the wrestling, was because of all that drama and all that the dangerousness of it, and the continued wrestling that he did with that headbutt, with the chair shots, and everything that he was doing. It was dangerous, it was reckless, and it ultimately ended up costing him his reputation, his career, and his life, and the life of his wife and his young son. So Jordan Grace backtracked, retracted her statement, and essentially, donated to the foundation to kind of calm things down. It's an ugly situation, y'all. Super ugly. Another thing that I want to talk about before I go is that Vince McMahon was supposed to have a really big he was supposed to have a Netflix special. The Netflix special was supposed to chronicle his life. It was supposed to be a docuseries. And I love Netflix's docuseries. They're always well done by whoever does them. They do such a really good job at telling the story. So I love Netflix's documentaries. But anyway, they were supposed to do this documentary on Vincent Kennedy McMahon, but they ended up scrapping it because they felt like Vince and these current allegations were not okay. Now, what I think they're going to do, and what Nicole also said she thought they were going to do, which shout out to her because she's usually spot on. They're going to probably pull the project for now, revamp it, and focus on the negativity of Vince McMahon. More specifically, some of his biggest scandals, from the steroid trials to Jimmy Superfly Snuka and him murdering his girlfriend, to the Chris Benoit situation, to the plane ride from hell, to the CTE situation, and the countless others, and of course the sexual misconduct allegations that are being put against him. All of that stuff is going to be probably in this docuseries, which I would prefer that than to listen to some sappy ass sob story about how great Vince McMahon is. I'd rather watch that. Now, also there are have been some budget cuts quietly behind the scenes with WWE. They were very small budget cuts. They were to the production team. So if you notice, Curtis Axel used to come out there along with Aria Davari. On occasion, they would jump out. They had on suits. They were coming out and breaking up stuff. Well, that's because they were producers on a probationary um time. They weren't there full time. They were testing them out. They needed the extra hands on deck because they were short staffed, so they used them. But due to the budget being strained, according to WWE, they had to end up cutting Curtis Axel and Aria Davari as the promotional as producers. Jason Jordan is still backstage as a producer. He has some time off because his wife is currently pregnant, and he took that time off to be with her and spend some time with her on her during her pregnancy, and I guess when she finally gives birth. um Bruce Pritchard is also at the top of the mountain in terms of talent relations. So put it this way: Bruce Pritchard is working, essentially doing two jobs. He's the interim talent relations director for that department for talent relations, and he is also the head of SmackDown and Raw's production creative team. So he's the executive over that. He literally does two freaking jobs. All right. So Bruce Pritchard is being stretched really fucking thin. Okay. So that's all I have in terms of news and information for y'all. I don't have nothing else to talk about with y'all. So I'm not going to hold you. We only been on here for 1 hour. 1 hour. I went over everything that happened in Monday Night Raw. I also went into some of the stuff for the news. Don't forget to listen to the podcast at Down for the Count 19 is our Twitter, at D4TC underscore podcast is our Instagram. But don't forget to go to the podcast. You can follow us on Twitter. Like I said, you can get us on Spotify, Apple, and Google Podcasts if you need us. All our stuff is up there and ready to go. The new episodes of the podcast will be up this week. I'm definitely going to put it up. We did cover the situation with Vince McMahon's newest allegations coming out from Wall Street Journal. We covered all of that. Janae was on the podcast with us this time. So we got that going. And then we're going to do a show this week. And we're probably going to do two shows this week. And I'm going to probably get them up by the weekend. So we're going to have a bare minimum of two shows up this week on the podcast. So definitely look out for them. If you haven't listened to the last couple of podcasts, you're missing out because we did a special episode that we might keep as a segment on the show where we talked about nothing but movies and television shows that we loved. And I think I want to keep that because that kind of helps break up the staleness of wrestling, because there's only so many times we can talk about suplexes and stiff and shit like that. Like, we need some new shit to come in. Hiram said he liked the new segment on the podcast. Thank you. Now, that new segment is like 2 hours. I couldn't cut it up because we were just talking and chilling and having a really good time. So if you haven't listened to the new segment, you definitely should, because we're talking about Doctor Strange. We're talking about the Marvel films. We're talking about comic book movies in general. We talk about Stranger Things. We talk about the Wilds. We talk about everything, the Upshaws. Like, everything is so, it's all encompassed together. And this month I'm going to talk to the girls about putting out a roast sessions because we need to do it. We haven't done it in a while, and I have the perfect candidates for a roast sessions. Oh my God, it's going to be amazing. So we're going to do all that stuff, and you guys make sure you follow us on my social media and follow me on mine. You can always follow me at Psych Design TV 2 on Instagram. That's where I post my commentary, and y'all can see all the stuff there. I interact a lot with a lot of people on there. I used to go live over there, but don't nobody want to go live over there with me no more. Nobody wants to follow me over there no more. So I had to leave, honey. I had to go where I'm wanted, okay? Where my little 10 people on YouTube come and watch. Anyway, the podcast is what gets me going, especially when folding laundry. He said yes to the roast sessions. Okay, cool. So we're going to do that, and I hope you guys enjoyed this live. I'm going to go live again tomorrow after NXT. I'm hoping and praying Roxanne took that title off of Mandela, because, baby, she getting on my damn nerves, honey. I'm hoping she take the title off of her. I hope we get to see Wesley kick Trick Williams' ass. And I want to see what's going on with JD McDonough, Braun Breaker, and of course, what's his face? Cameron Grimes. I really want to understand what's going on with Cameron Grimes, okay? But anyways, you guys have a really good night. Good night, Sasha. I hope you guys have a good day today. I hope you have a good day tomorrow. Stay prayed up. If you don't pray, I hope you enjoy your crystals. If you ain't got no crystals and you don't know how to pray, child, all you doing is sitting down on your bed and talking to God. That's all you're doing. Now, if you don't want to pray, you don't believe in prayer, then get you a crystal or something. But me personally, I believe in prayer and I believe in God Almighty. That works for me. Okay? But y'all have a good night. I will talk to y'all later. Peace. Thank y'all so much for coming and being part of my show. Please don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe on the channel. It really helps to get my content out there for everybody to see. And I feel like even though we're a wrestling channel, we talk about a little bit of everything over here when I go live. So make sure you guys follow me on my social media as well. All of my socials are the same at Psych Design TV 2. You can find me on Twitter and you can find me on Instagram and you can find me on Facebook if you're a little and you like Facebook. But don't forget to follow me and subscribe and make sure you rate my videos and get that algorithm up to push it up so I can start being a little bit more professional, so I can start making some coins. Okay? I will talk to y'all later. Love you. Bye.